like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion, like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright song. My power's turned on. Starting right now. I'll be strong. I'll play my fight song. And I don't really care if nobody else believes, 'cause I've still got a lot of fight left in me.
Hello, I'm Cassia Faye Hayden. Welcome to my channel. I've got some more from my list of accommodations for you guys today. I stopped last time at number 91. I'm moving from the bottom of the list up from like 100 some 100 some accommodations. Anyway, I noticed that quite a few of you guys were confused by my original tag, thinking that it wasn't about autism, even though the video was labeled. So I did. I mean, and then I noticed that once I updated my video tag, with the last one from last month, like I got quite a few views on it. People realizing what that video actually was. So if you guys missed the first video, it's the same tag, just doesn't have the words on it, you know, like the tail of Cheshire Cat, and it says on the photo, we're all mad here, which was my original tag for this series. So feel free to go back and check that out before if you want the whole list, check that out, and then go to the one last month if you haven't seen that one, and then back to this one. I'm not saying you have to watch all of them, but you know, if you want the whole list, then y'all missed the whole first one. So anyway, like I said, only if you want the whole list. But anyway, I'm gonna start off at number 90 right now. And it says I keep my ringer turned off, and there's like, this is a serious accommodation for me, and there's reasons for this. Because a ringing phone puts me in panic mode. Okay, and then the panic is still there, and then turns to anger when it turns out to be an automated call. If it's an important call, please leave a message or text. I will not leave my ringer on to put me in a panic and make my body stop functioning 15 times or more a day. Now, the reason why I have to put my phone, my ringer off on my phone, is because I like, and this is common for autistics, when someone shows up at our door knocking without being, you know, without letting you know they're coming first, or you get a phone call out of nowhere, your heart jumps up into your throat. This is very common for autistics. I mean, it doesn't happen for all autistics, I'm sure, but it's very common, and it happens to me. So when I get a call, or someone knocks on my door, or someone pulls into my yard, or I see someone walking through my yard, and I wasn't originally informed that they were going to be there before seeing it or getting this call, you know, like if I didn't know the call was coming, or I don't know someone's outside, that I don't know someone's going to be outside, like I wonder who the hell it is that's bothering me. And my I mean, I don't automatically assume that it's going to be somebody bad, but it could be somebody bad. It always could be. There's always that possibility. I mean, there's no guarantee that it's going to be somebody good either, So it could be a humana call, which I get 15 of those a day for no reason. So I literally run to my phone to get it, to find out that it was literally a soliciting call from my insurance trying to get me to answer stupid questions that I answer 5 or 6 times a year, which you're only supposed to do once a year, but they make you answer it 5 or 6 times a year before they finally leave you alone, because they never stop, because for some reason they don't put it in their files that you already did it, once they finally get a hold of you to harass you into doing it. So it's just a waste of my time, a waste of my energy, a waste of my mental health and my stress levels. I mean, when someone with my conditions, my physical conditions, with my fibromyalgia and my lupus, has a panic attack like that, um, it causes our muscles to tense up, which causes a body flare, which means we could be physically out of commission for anywhere between a few hours to a few weeks. So, just from getting a phone call that we weren't expecting, or just from somebody walking through our yard that's not supposed to be there, or someone knocking at our door that again is also not supposed to be there. So, that's why I shut off the ringer on my phone. So I don't have panic attacks when I get a call, and like and then it turned out to be nothing, and I didn't even need to have a panic attack and run and trip over the cat and damn near break my neck trying to get to the phone to answer it. So yeah. I mean, if it's something important that I needed to get a hold of someone for, then yeah, I'm glad that I managed to get the phone before it went to voicemail, because then I can take care of whatever needed taken care of before calling them myself. But if it's something like that I shouldn't need to deal with, like people walking through my yard who shouldn't be there, or digging through my shed who shouldn't be there, or peeping in my windows who shouldn't be there, or solicitors on my phone, or people driving into my driveway who do not belong here. Like, all of those situations. And I know this particular one was specifically about phone, but it's a problem with both of those issues. People being on your property and in or around your home that shouldn't be, and calls that shouldn't be calling through, causing panic attacks that we really don't need. So, and like if you watch Chris and Debbie from Audicate, this causes other physical health problems also. With Chris with Chris, he ends up having to rush to the bathroom for an immediate issue health wise, if you catch my drift. With me, it's the opposite problem. Um, when I'm stressed out like that, from a panic attack, I can't go to the bathroom for a whole week. So I start getting this. This is not food. This is I can't go to the bathroom belly. So when you guys see me in my videos and I've got a big old round belly that makes me look like I'm pregnant, it's not because I eat a lot. It's because I never have a day in my life where my life is not stressful. Well, I do when I go out with Sam, and he allows me the day to wind down and relax and have a break from the hell that is my life. but yeah, that's why I look so fat all the time, because I'm always so stressed out and I can't go to the bathroom because of it. And and shutting off my ringer helps alleviate some of that stress so I can actually go to the bathroom sometimes. So there's there's that problem also. I also get, like, if I get overly stressed, I sometimes get mini strokes. I sometimes get seizures, like mini seizures where my eyes roll up into my head and then they just flick and flick and flick and flick and I'm just like completely out of it. Um but that is a mini seizure. I get all kinds of health problems when I'm overstressed. So cutting down on the stress by shutting off my ringer, it just helps not have the side effects that make me physically sick. So, I mean, I know it was a rant, but this is a really good one to start with because it's a really important one because we autistics don't handle things the same way other people do. Noises other people are so used to they don't hear um, are incredibly overwhelming for us and really annoying. Like sometimes the buzz of the fridge or like some random noise that's just completely like drowned out for normal people. Like they don't hear any of those noises and we hear all of them, and not like one is stronger than the other and so on and so forth. No, we hear all of the noises as if they're all screaming at us all at once. And the same thing happens with lighting. We have a really big sensitivity to low lighting and high lighting. Like, if I go outside without my sunglasses and it's sunny out, I cannot see anything. If my lights are off and it's like about like 6 o'clock in the afternoon or 7 o'clock in the afternoon, because I keep my curtains drawn at all times because of my neighbors, um, then it gets so dark in here I can't see to walk around. So gotta have my light on. And let's remember, I have a lot of black cats. So walking around my house when I can't see because I'm night blind is not safe. I mean, this is another one of my accommodations for that specific issue. I use this and it's solar too. I use this to get from my living room to my bedroom at night without being murdered by my cats. So yeah, so that's a good one to start with, is because like our sensory issues are not like normal people. We experience all the sensory issues, and there are some sensory things we can't handle when it comes to our skin also, like certain textiles, certain textures. I can't handle, if I wash my hands, I can't handle leaving even a drop of water still on my hands, because it feels like there is still grime on my hands from that little bit of water. So then I have to rewash my hands until I can dry them fully. And when I wash my hands, I don't wash my hands. I wash all the way up to my elbows because I want to feel clean. So and that's actually how doctors wash their hands. I mean, I think we all know that, but I don't do it like to be medically clean. I do it because it makes me feel more clean. It's just a compulsion for me. I don't do it if I'm wearing long sleeves, because sometimes my sleeves can't go up that high, but if I can access my elbows all the way up to my elbows, I mean, yeah. But but yeah, we have a lot of sensory issues and we also have a lot of sensory needs also. So that's why these lists are so important, for people to understand, because we have a lot of sensory issues, like so many sensory issues, and there's also sensory needs also. Um, so turning my ringer off 100% important to keep me mentally functioning and keep me from having panic attacks and, my body still functioning for me properly. So that's a good one. Um, my phone timed out on me and closed off. Okay, so that was 90. 89 is taking energy or anxiety supplements when I need to. Um, I do have, and I had to do this when I was on probation for being attacked in my own home by a rapist. Yeah, they put me on probation for it. Someone broke into my house and attacked me, and they put me on probation for it because I ran instead of shot him. So I don't know. But so while I was dealing with that, I couldn't take my normal the medications for dealing with stress. And again, when you have autism, you have so many sensory issues that stress is just unbearable. Um, for any of us. Like, we can't handle it. And it gets to the point where it becomes a physical health issue and not just a mental health issue. It actually physically makes us sick. So it's very important to be able to have something that regulates your moods. Um, at night, I tend to like have a alcoholic drink before bed. Not every night, but whenever I feel like I need it to help, you know, uh, wind me down a little bit, tire me out slightly, and then I can take my melatonin and read a chapter or so from my books. Um, and it just helps me get whatever excitement or overwhelm out of my body, so that I can kind of get to a point where I can sleep. It doesn't always work, but it's worth trying it. And usually, for physical pain, or if I'm dealing with way too much, I use a little bit of marijuana, very small amounts, like medicinal amounts, um, just enough to get a body buzz so I can function enough to clean. I don't get high off of it from when I do those doses. Um, so it's not a concern of getting high. But it does calm down my stress and my moods, and as well as make my pain go away so I can physically actively clean my house. Um, so I wasn't able to use those while I was on probation. Um, for the 9 months I was on probation. Um, yeah, the girl who has never done anything illegal in her life, because I'm a kiss ass and a goody goody, on probation because someone broke into my house and attacked me. Yep, because that's how that works. That wouldn't have happened in Midland. I can tell you that much. They don't want to do their jobs. The cops don't want to do their jobs, but at least you won't get in trouble for someone attacking you. they'll just they'll just be like, well, you must have wanted it, or you must be imagining things, and then they'll leave, and that's the end of it. I mean, I didn't like calling the Midland cops to begin with, but apparently it's better than calling the cops here. Because at least there you don't get in trouble for being attacked, for being the victim. Like, but anyway, yeah. So, um, the energy supplements and the mental health supplements that I take, I do take, I can't remember what it's called, L-theanine, and then there's another one. I can't remember what it's called. I'll have to look at it real quick. Is this the right one? I don't think this is the right one. That's not the right one. I need to refill these. They're getting kind of empty. Magnesium, the other mental health one, is magnesium, but that can also be used for bone and muscle health as well. And then I also take some energy supplements sometimes when I if I remember to, when I'm leaving the house for the day, to help me get through the day. This is this right here is a caramel chew, a chocolate caramel chew that gives you energy. If you guys can see that. They're okay. They taste okay. But they do help a little bit. And then there's another energy supplement. I don't remember where I put that. I don't remember if it's in this bag or where it might. I think it might be in this bag. Oh, my kitty's found a toy. Yeah, you like that? It's gotta be in here somewhere. Oh, here it is. So there's this one. It's Nature's Nutrition Energy Gummies, Extra Strength with B12. Supports natural daily energy. And they're raspberry flavored. So there's those. I knew they were in my bag of meds. See, the reason I haven't refilled my my gummy supplement thing yet is because I need to get more. So that's why I haven't done that quite yet. So there's that. Those are very useful to help regulate my mood. I also was not allowed to have a whole bunch of my fidget toys during that time too, because apparently fidget toys that you could tell are fidget toys, apparently if they're shaped like a gun but you know that they're actually toys because they're made for children and they're like made out of plastic and like childish colors like green and purple, apparently even then you're not allowed to have it if you're on probation. So I had to like send all of my alcohol and all of my medication for my pain medication, and all of my gun shaped fidget toys over to my boyfriend's house for 9 months. So it's really ridiculous. And I mean, my probation officer knew that I did fidget toys on my channel. She knew that they were in fact toys. She knew that that I drank wine for communion every weekend. So she knew that. She knew I was not an alcoholic. She knew that I would have one drink a night to if I needed it to fall asleep. She knew that that I only used marijuana for my physical pain and that I needed it specifically for that. And the reason why, and this was all in the plea deal for me to not have to give up. So when I signed the plea deal, legally she was not allowed to tell me that I wasn't allowed to have it, but she did anyway, and made up rules and stuff that weren't even legal for her to tell me. Like, she acted like I was on a tether. I was not on a tether, but she acted like it. She's like, you can't leave the house without calling me and asking me permission and telling me where you're going first. And I'm like, that's not true. And I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to call you and ask you permission every time my boyfriend asks me to come over or every time I go to the grocery store for food. No, I don't think so. But the reason why she was like this is because the cop who did the pat down, um, actually fondled me while he was doing it. It wasn't a traditional pat down. His hands were inside of my shirt, inside of my bra. His fingers shoved up inside of my jeggings, up inside of me. I mean, they're allowed to put their hand like this to pat you down around your legs so that they can feel for weapons. They're allowed to cup over the shirt looking for weapons. They are not allowed to put their hands inside of your shirt or their fingers up inside of you. They are not allowed to do that. But because he did this and I mentioned it, she tried to make my life a living hell while I was on probation. And the whole reason I was on probation in the first place was because I was trying to not be sexually assaulted, which resulted in me being sexually assaulted by a police officer and then terrorized by my probation officer for having been attempted sexually assaulted and then actually sexually assaulted. Okay, because that's how it works in Mount Pleasant, I guess. That's not how it works in Midland. I wish I never would have moved out of Midland because I would have been a lot safer there. But anyway, yeah. Um, I mean, so at least I learned ways to supplement for, stress a little bit so that, like, I don't have to use other things as much. So, I mean, it doesn't really help that much, but it does help a little bit. And what little bit counts, right? Every little bit to help deal um with anxiety and stress and every little bit helps. If the supplements do anything, it's worth taking. So, I take it. And then 88, using my headphones, earbuds, earmuffs, meditation whistle, aromatherapy, jewelry whenever I need to, no matter where I am or who I'm with. Yeah, those are important because sometimes I have panic attacks in the store. Sometimes people get too close to me. Sometimes, just in general, not anybody trying to do anything, just people too close to me, and it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I start having a panic attack. Even if it's just someone, you know, just going about their shopping, it's not their fault. They don't know that I have panic attacks when people are too close. It's not their fault. They don't know. They're just doing their shopping too. And then sometimes there's issues with actual creepers too, you know, and there's issues with, like I said, we can't filter out the noise, so we hear everything. So if there's someone talking on their phone, um, an aisle away while we're trying to search for shit on the shelves, um, or there's somebody in the aisle talking, or somebody uh, being loud in any way, or someone just too close, or somebody looking at you like they're gonna try to eat you. Creepers do that, by the way. They look at you like they're gonna try to eat you, and then they like slowly inch towards you, just slowly, agonizingly inch towards you. I think they think they're being stealthy, but it's not remotely stealthy. It's just even more creepy because there's only one reason you would do that: to creep on someone. So, I mean, like, between the creepers and the noises and the lighting and people being, just doing their thing and being a little bit more loud than a quiet aisle would be, um I mean, they're just doing their thing. Or like screaming kids or screaming babies or anything. It all becomes one noise, and it all becomes overwhelming. And then there's the people just being too close to you, people bumping into your cart, people bumping into you. um I frequently have mild panic attacks in the store. So I mean, I try not to show it, but that's why I bring sensory stuff. I also started bringing a bag that's full of fidget toys that's shaped like a stuffed kitty with like a strap, so I can, carry it to in the store with me. And just, if I'm feeling a panic attack coming on and I can't get to my whistle, or I can't get to my aromatherapy bracelet, um maybe I can just, pet my purse a little bit and help regulate my moods that way. Just help myself just calm down. But that's why I wear all that stuff, so that I can, you know, if I'm having a panic attack and I'm starting to hyperventilate, I absolutely need that breathing whistle, because it's like blowing into a paper bag. It narrows your breathing passages enough to where your body is forced to do calm breathing. Even when you're trying to do calm breathing, when you're in a panic attack, it's still very hard. So the breathing whistle helps like force your body to do the calm breathing and slow your breathing down, and get your breathing back to a normal, healthy state. And then the headphones help block out all the noise but the person you're shopping with, so that you only have to hear them, and then you don't feel overwhelmed by all the other noises around. Um, Having my sunglasses on me at all times, so when I go in and out of the store, I can put my sunglasses on if I need them, so I don't become blind. Or if, the overhead lighting is bothering me, I can put them on for that too. um the aromatherapy bracelet, I mean, pretty self-explanatory. If I'm having a panic attack, sometimes a smell a good smell will help me calm down, and relax, just like using incense. So I mean, those are pretty needed items for me. Having a fidget at all times, having access to a fidget at all times is helpful also, because it keeps my hands busy, it keeps my mind slightly busy, and it keeps me from moving my fingers too much when I'm panicking, or just kind of gripping my hands too much and fiddling, or doing any stims that are just abnormal to do in public. Um, so, you know, sometimes I can't get to a fidget though, because sometimes, there's just not an opportunity to get to it and use it. So, having multiple things to try to calm yourself down, when you're having a panic attack, because you are forced to be in public, because in order to exist, you have to be in public sometimes. You know, it's just part of life. You can't avoid public completely. I would if I could, believe me. But, sometimes you just need to go into public for certain things, So why not make it as easy on yourself as you possibly can, when you know you have struggles with being in public because of a mix between autism, ADHD, and PTSD. Like, I don't want to be in public. I want to be alone at home with my cats, or alone at Sam's home with Sam. Those are the places I want to be. I don't like being in public. It's overwhelming and scary, but you know, um it's a lot easier with my tools, and it's a lot easier with Sam next to me, um, with someone I can trust and I feel safe with, because otherwise, Like it just becomes too hard, and that's why I shut myself away. So it's good to, I mean, you have to leave the house sometimes. So, I mean, it's good to have, someone with you and have your tools, your um your needed tools to deal with being in public and deal with panic attacks. If it works, it works. So there's that one. Um, and I talk so much, my phone keeps shutting, going to sleep on me. Um, Using a hands free toothbrush because regular toothbrushes and normal electric toothbrushes hurt my hand and make it go numb. This is true. This is why this is one of the reasons why I sometimes forget to brush my teeth when I'm at Sam's house, because the electric toothbrush I have there is just a regular electric toothbrush. Um, Whether it's a manual toothbrush or an electric toothbrush, it's hard for me to use because the manual ones, they hurt my arms because to use, because it's just too much work for my arm. I have carpal tunnel in both wrists, and I have tendonitis in my main hand. So yeah, brushing my teeth with a manual toothbrush takes too much effort to not hurt my hand for the rest of the day. And then I can't get anything done. So I hate using manual toothbrushes. I'll use them if I have nothing else. Like right now, I don't have another toothbrush in my house because my hands-free toothbrush broke. The charger plug broke off into the toothbrush. So that sucks. Um, but what can you do? So I'm gonna have to buy a new one, but until then, I have to use the manual ones, which sucks. But I gotta brush my teeth somehow. Um, the electric one isn't nearly as bad, but I have problems with holding things that vibrate. Um, Especially when I'm trying to move it at the same time to brush my teeth, because I'm using the muscles while the muscles are being vibrated. So it causes the same problems as using the manual toothbrush. It might actually even be worse. So sometimes my whole arm goes numb from brushing my teeth with a manual toothbrush. Literally, my whole arm will go numb. So this is why I sometimes forget to brush my teeth at Sam's house, because I'll put it off and put it off and put it off and still intend to do it, but then by the time I intend to do it, I forget. So uh but I mean, you got to brush your teeth. You got to. I will be buying another hands-free one. And what they look like is they're like this little block, that silicone kind of covered block that has a plug in the back and a button on the front. Um, and then like the toothbrush is shaped like your mouth, like your teeth. And it has little silicone bristles in there. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to turn it on, pop it in your mouth, and just let it go. I actually don't do that because I feel like it doesn't get it clean enough. So what I do is, and at least with it being manual, being uh hands free, it doesn't hurt my hand the way regular electric one does. So you stick it in your mouth and you're supposed to just let it sit there. Well, what I do is I rotate it back and forth and back and forth. So not only is it getting clean from the vibration of the bristles rubbing against your teeth, but it's getting clean from me going back and forth, rubbing it at the same time also. So it's getting extra clean from me using it in a way I'm actually not supposed to. Um, but I mean, it doesn't hurt me. It gets my teeth clean, and then it also has a regular toothbrush attachment that goes on the top too, to brush your tongue and everything else that you may have missed in there. So yeah. I really like those toothbrushes. They're U-shaped. If you want to look them up, they can be found by typing in U-shaped toothbrush. Um, and I mean, they're great. I really like them. I really would like to bring one to buy one to leave at Sam's house. So I actually don't put off brushing my teeth to the point where I forget to do it over there. I'll actually really be into getting it done when I'm there. Um, but I also have this issue too. Another reason I put off brushing my teeth until like somewhere around the afternoon is the smell and the taste of mint um, makes me unbearably nauseous all the time. Mostly in the morning, but all of the time. Like unbearably. I will vomit from the smell and taste of it. I have vomited from it. It's a very serious sensory issue with me. Every autistic person's sensory issues are different, but this is one for me that is very, very bad. Um, like for me, it doesn't smell like mint or taste like mint. For me, um, it's like menthol cigarettes, and I can't stand the smell or the taste of menthol cigarettes. Like you're just breathing in um fiberglass by just smelling toothpaste or my trash bags that smell like mint for some reason. Um so like it literally makes me vomit. The smell of it literally makes me vomit. It's uncontrollable. I can't do anything about it. It just does. It's not my fault. It's just a sensory issue that's so bad that I can't help it. It just comes up. So I cannot stand the smell of mint whatsoever. Um I've been trying to explain this to people to make them understand why I don't brush my teeth first thing in the morning. Why I wait until later, until I know my stomach is stable before I even attempt it. And then why I really cannot stand my new trash bags. Why taking my trash out makes me want to vomit. It's not the garbage, it's the bags. but but yeah. So I mean that's a big one for me. I have to wait until my stomach settles to be able to brush my teeth, and I have to have a U-shaped toothbrush in order to brush my teeth without making my arm go numb. So, and being able to use my arm for the rest of the day. So, you know, I don't have it right now, and I still got to keep my teeth clean, right? So, I mean, if I got to make my arm go numb in order to keep my teeth clean, so be it, I guess, right? I mean, it's better than not having clean teeth. You got to have clean teeth. It's just gross. It's gross not to brush your teeth. It's disgusting. Always brush your teeth. I don't care what your issues are with brushing your teeth. Do it every day. Every day. Okay? You have to. It's important. It's nasty if you don't. Get it done. And I get if you have issues, because like I said, I have my issues with brushing my teeth, but you still need to get it done. It still needs to be done. You still need to do it. All right. So, invest in a seam ripper for, and there's a reason for this, for tags, loose strings, etc. Cannot stand itchy clothes. If I have a shirt that I put on and is itchy, looks soft and comfortable, but every time I wear it, it's itchy. No matter how soft or cute, it gets donated. So yes, I have to remove, if there isn't already a print, um like one of those stamped tags in the shirt rather than an actual tag to begin with, or someone hasn't already. Sometimes people cut them out and then don't fully cut them out, which actually makes them more itchy. It was less itchy, would have been less itchy if you left it in. Whereas cutting it out but leaving it still in there, then it's blunt and it's more itchy. So, yeah, have I don't know why I don't have a seam ripper yet. I need to get one. But having a seam ripper to remove like any and all tags from my clothes, even my pants, because that gets itchy too. That would be great. But then people are like, "Oh, what size shirt are you? What size pants are you?" And then they're like looking for my tags, and I'm like, "I don't have tags because I'm autistic. And if you keep looking for my tags in my clothes that don't have tags while I'm wearing my clothes, I'm going to turn around and slap you because I feel like I'm being violated. Stop touching my body." But yeah, my mom used to do that all the time. Even as an adult, she would still do that shit to me. No boundaries whatsoever, um, at all. And she would say the most inappropriate shit to me. She even tried to hook me up with my step uncle, who is not only my step uncle, which is bad enough. That's bad enough. That's still incest, even though it's not blood related. It's still incest. It counts. It's still gross and creepy, but on top of it, the guy is older than her. Um, and it's not the first or only time she's tried to hook me up with people that she really, 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 really shouldn't. Um, However, she has absolutely no boundaries, and yeah, so grabbing my clothes while they're on me and trying to look for tags. She's groped my boobs in public. Like, she shouldn't be groping my boobs at all. I'm her child. But she's done it in public, in front of people. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Stop touching me. Not you. Not you. You touch me. You touch me with your sweet paws and your sweet face. You can touch me all you want, my love. Yes, you can. Come here. Come here, come here. I'm going to touch you. Come here. I'm going to touch you. I'm going to touch you on the head. I'm going to give you kisses. See? I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about your grandma, who's really weird and creepy. Yeah. Yeah, no boundaries whatsoever, this woman. Like, really inappropriate. Really inappropriate. And I've heard some things from some of my exes, and they all had the same exact story. Kind of hard, and they don't even know each other. None of them know each other. So kind of hard for it to not be true. Um, yeah. So anyway, um, but yeah, tags in my shirt, or my pants or any of my clothes. Hell, even if they're side tags, they get itchy right there too. Hell, even if I don't even have tags, sometimes I'm just itchy just to because I'm itchy and there's no reason or rhyme for it. Like I was like that the other day. I'm like, now I'm itchy because I'm thinking about and talking about itchy. But I was so itchy the other day that I just couldn't stop itching, and there was no reason for it because I was clean. I was wearing clean clothes. My shirt was soft. There's no reason for it, but I was just super itchy. And it wasn't even a day like where, possibly my cat's fur might have been sticking to me, because yes, I am mildly allergic. But to the point where like sometimes my nose gets stuffed up a little bit, sometimes I sneeze. Sometimes if their fur gets on me too much, sometimes I get a little bit itchy on my face. But other than that, it's no big deal. I'm actually more allergic to my bed and the whole of outside because I'm allergic to grass and a shit ton of plants. So fun. Keep lavender the hell away from me. because I am highly allergic. So, and that's the one I'm the most allergic to is of all the plants is lavender. Like, yeah. And unfortunately, they put it in a lot of calming and bathroom products. So, someone tries to do something nice for me by buying me something that is relaxing for everybody else, and it gives me hives. And sometimes it doesn't even say that it has lavender in it. Sometimes it's not even on a label anywhere, like even on the back of the ingredients list. Like sometimes it's nowhere on there at all, so you have no warning, and then you end up with hives, and you're like, I wonder why that's giving me hives. And then you smell it, and you're like, that smells like lavender. Well, now I know why I have hives. But so I got to be very careful about what I use in the bathroom or for calming stuff, because you never know. Better safe than sorry. But all right, so all right. This is for me, this is a big one, and it kind of sucks right now because I am waiting for my handyman to get back to me to fix my wiring. Um and I I know Sam just bought me a new microwave, but my wiring broke my new microwave. It broke two old ones that I had, and now it's broken the brand new one that he just bought me. So, I'm waiting on my handyman, not just because of the microwave, but also because it's about to start getting warm soon, and I had heat stroke all last summer because of this, because I had not enough working wiring, and now I have even less working wiring than I did last year. And and I had heat stroke all that summer. I can't run ACs, and now I can't even run fans. So before summer comes, my wiring needs to get done, or I'm gonna end up in the ER. And my cats will probably end up dead from it too. Because if it's not good for me, it's not good for them either. That high of heat in a literal metal box is not good for anybody. Um, but anyway, this has nothing to do with high heat and air conditioning. But it does have to do with the microwave. Number 85. Most people seem to think it's weird, but I prefer most food made in the microwave. I choke if food is too dry. Food made in the microwave, unless burnt, is never dry. Food made in an oven or toaster oven is pretty much always dry. I can't eat dry foods, so most everything must be made in the microwave, except raw meat. Never make raw meat in the microwave. You. So, I don't know what is wrong with me. We think it might be a hiatal hernia, but my doctor won't test me for stuff. I've mentioned it. She hasn't gotten to it. She hasn't gotten to anything really, because she comes in, asks me what my blood sugar is, and then sends me home. That's it. That's literally all she does. Um, I have a list of things she needs to take care of and a list of doctors I need to be sent to. And the only thing she does is go, "What's your blood sugars? They look high. You can go home." That helps me so much. Um, so, and she's nice. It's just I wish she would be getting more done. And actually, when she fills my medications, make sure they actually get filled and not have to have me call 6 or 7 times for each and every medication I'm on to be filled. 6 or 7 times each medication. But so yeah. Um so we think it's a hiatal hernia, but we're not 100% sure because she hasn't tested me for anything yet. All I know is my whole life, I have this horrible gag reflex that I choke on everything. I can't put pills down my throat without them flying across the room, because I can't help but choke on them. Um, I have to chew everything very thoroughly. I choke on my own spit. I choke on air. A piece of one piece of rice goes down the wrong tube. I'm fucked. um, I mean, I have turned blue from choking on my own spit before. On multiple occasions. So it's a problem. It's a serious problem. So this is why I have to have food that is never dry. Anything that is dry, I will choke on. Um so, and even if it's like incredibly moist, and there is nothing gross about the word moist, get your minds out of the gutter. It has nothing to do, that word has nothing to do with your minds being in the gutter. It has no remote meaning close to that. Moist literally means the the softness of food. It does not mean anything inappropriate at all. That's all people making up an excuse to use it for that, when that's not even remotely what the word means. Not even remotely close. There is no meaning of that word that is in any way inappropriate. It is 100% only used to describe food. If you're using it for any other reason, you're misusing the word. Just saying. So if I use that word, don't give me shit about it, because that's not what the word is about. That's not what the word is for. That's not what it means. So don't be like, ew, she said the word moist. Don't give me shit about it, because it's not even remotely what the word means. But so if the word, if the food is still moist enough for me to be able to swallow, I still have to chew it until there is nothing left of it in order to be able to swallow it. So and because of that also, and I don't understand this with my doctors. My doctors are always telling me that I need to drink more because I'm dehydrated. Um, if you were to come over to my house first thing in the morning every day, or even once in a day, um, in the morning, when I get all of my, because I have sometimes I can't move for an entire day, depending on how well my body is functioning. So I have to get all of my drinks out and my snack, my midday snack out, first thing in the morning, to have them all set up where I can reach them, um, right over here on my coffee table. Um, and there are one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 coasters, 8 coasters there that house my drinks for the day. As the drinks get drank, the the container that they were in goes in the sink for me to wash. If I run out of stuff to drink, then I go get another water bottle out of the fridge. I'm I'm always drinking. I am never not drinking. So I always have fluids in me. So I should never be dehydrated. And yet my doctors are always telling me that I'm too dehydrated and need to drink more. I mean, I have wine bottles full of water, like recycled wine bottles that will, not recycled from elsewhere. They recycled from me drinking the wine and then washing them out and then putting water in them. Um, but like literal wine bottles, I go through 3 of those a day, and that's not even like all of my drinks. That's just the water. There's one spot for water, one coaster for water. So all the rest of those coasters house other drinks, like my Miralax and my coffee for the day. I drink 2 different cups of coffee a day. And then I have a soda to wake me up in the morning. I have a chocolate milk to uh, get some calcium into my bones. And because I can't stand regular milk, there's a reason for that. And then there's I have um, there's my Miralax, my two coffees, my Miralax, um, my morning soda, and then um there's my nighttime soda, which I usually drink around dinner time, and that's more of a snack soda. There's my water. There's my alcoholic drink for nighttime, and then there's also Gatorade. I drink Gatorade during the summer, that I mix with 7 Up. And then there's other things I drink too. Um, I just I don't the other things I drink not every day. Like I don't always have a shake, which is not like just an ice cream shake. It's like a protein shake that I put ice cream in so I can actually get it down and not throw it up. Um, and then sometimes I have a protein shake with coffee in it, to make that drinkable so I don't throw it up. With my flavored coffee, so it actually tastes good. Um, and then that's one of the things that I might have throughout the day. Um, I might have a Slurpee, you know, get a little bit extra water in me, a little bit more extra liquid, and cool myself down from the heat of the house. Um, but but yeah, so I'm always putting fluids in my body, and frequently, if it's warm out, I'll also have a popsicle because when you can't run AC, if you live in a fucking metal, excuse my language, but if you live in a freaking metal box and you can't run AC and you can't run fans, you need something to keep you cool. And I don't buy ice. There's not enough room in my freezer for ice. Um, so I can't really like just pop a ice cube in my mouth, and that's not always the safest thing to do anyway, cuz ice isn't always clean. So it's better safe than sorry not using ice, to hydrate. Um and sometimes ice actually dehydrates you because it's frozen. So um at least with popsicles, there's it's mixed with juice, so you're getting the juice from the popsicle to hydrate, as well as the cold from the popsicle to cool you down. um but yeah. Um so yeah, I do drink a lot. I just yeah, for some reason I'm dehydrated a lot. But I mean, when you're always thirsty, and then you have diabetes on top of it, and then you're choking on everything, you're going to be drinking like nonstop. Every time you eat something, you're going to be drinking to try to help get it down. Every time your sugar goes up a little bit, you're going to be drinking because you're thirsty. If you're exerting yourself at all, you're going to be drinking because you're thirsty. If it's too warm in your house, you're going to be drinking because you're thirsty. Just like you're endlessly going to be drinking like fluids whole day, um in the situation that I'm in. So I mean, gotta drink a lot of fluids. It's good for you. But anyway, I know I get on my rants about the with this stuff because I get distracted. But the reason for that is because I am also ADHD on top of being autistic. Anyway, um the next one is 84. Um, we're at an hour now. I'm still in the 80s. I only drink or I only drink or watch movies at home. I don't feel safe in bars, so I will only drink alcohol at home or when with Sam at a restaurant or at his house. I don't know why I put movies in there. I don't know. I will not go to a bar. There's a problem with the concept of no when I go to bars. In other words, men refuse to grasp the concept of no. They will not take no for an answer. Doesn't matter how clear I am or how many times I mention that I have a boyfriend or that I'm not interested or that I would rather die than them come anywhere near me. They will not take no for an answer. I get followed home. I get sexually harassed. People try to grab me, whether it's inappropriately or quite physically on my arm or my wrist or wherever. Um, I don't put up with it. I won't put up with it. I don't want to deal with it. I'd rather not be in a bar. I'd rather be home safe or be at Sam's home safe with him. I'd just rather know that I'm safe. If I'm gonna drink, I wanna be where I'm safe. I also don't drink to excess either, so there's really no reason to be in a bar. Um, okay, there's a problem with the concept of no when I go to bars, and I prefer to only drink where not only is my no respected, but I have no need for the word no. And movie. Oh, okay, that's why. And movie theaters are unbearably overwhelming. Too many people too close to you, sometimes loud or annoying or touching you, having to squeeze past people to get out to use the bathroom or get more snacks. You can create a relaxing movie theater experience in your own home with surround sound, bottle of popcorn grease, and theater shaped cups and popcorn containers. And you choose your own candy. Love theater movie night, but hate being around people? Do it at home and make it your own. And laying on a couch is a lot more comfortable than those unbearable theater seats that you can't in any way sit comfortably in. I mean, I'm sure you guys have noticed that my most comfortable sitting position is with my legs crossed. Despite the fact that I have hip issues and knee issues, it is the only way I feel comfortable unless I'm sitting like this. So, you can't do that in a movie theater. So, if you sit like that in a movie theater, um you're not going to be comfortable. If you're sitting like this in a movie theater, you're not going to be comfortable because you're going to be sitting on the plastic arms of the seats and it will hurt. And if you're trying to, and your feet don't fit, they keep falling off. And if you're trying to lace it in a movie theater, that just doesn't work either for the same reason. The armrest, the plastic armrest, it's in the way. So, I mean, it's just better and easier to just do it at home. And then you can watch whatever you want. There's no dealing with people, there's no dealing with the stress of people. And I mean, you don't have to worry about the drive home or the drive there because you're already there. You just, you know, make it your own. Make your movie night your own. I actually haven't had a movie night in a really long time because, like, I haven't bought the stuff to do that in a while because I'm always here alone. And like, we don't really do that at Sam's house. At Sam's house, we'll sit and watch a movie, but and sometimes he'll pop some popcorn, but it's like more like I have all of my toys and all of my snacks around me. It's still very enjoyable, but it's not like a movie experience, a movie theater type experience. Um we could do that at some point. I know I believe I have my popcorn containers there. If not, then he sent them home with me. I don't remember. I think he might have sent them home with me. But you know what we do is still pretty enjoyable. And you know I can still do that here if I want to, if I feel like it, if I get in the mood. Have like little boxes of candy and um my my movie theater popcorn butter, and I can't do it right now because my microwave don't work, but but when I have a working microwave again, I can do that at home. Just in the privacy of my own home, all relaxed and comfortable, and with my baby and her babies. Here, have Twinkie. There you go. And Faith. There you go. There's Faith and Twinkie. There you go, baby. And then, um, yeah. And then wearing what I want when I want without feeling embarrassed or judged or childish. Okay. A thing about autistic ADHD people, and not all of us are like this, but I definitely am. I am a giant nerd. I like to dress up in costumes all year round. I like to Disney bound, which is basically like casual clothing that's like kind of similar to what the princesses would wear if they actually wore casual clothing. That's what Disney bounding is. That's why I like those Illy dolls so much, because that's what they are. They're Disney bounding dolls. Um, so yeah, I'm really into Disney bounding. I'm really into costumes. I'm really into dressing up like any number of things, like whether it's mythical or TV related or princesses or cartoons, things that I just enjoy. And I would totally LARP. I would LARP. I really would. If I had someone to LARP with, I would LARP, which is called live action role playing, where you dress up and you take like foam swords and you're fighting, and, acting out scenes from like your imagination, or from movies or anime or comic books, or anything that you could possibly imagine. You can find a story from. You can live action role play to that, or even just like, again, your imagination. I would totally do that. um and being able to dress up however I want without anybody judging me, that's a need, because it makes me feel like I can just be myself, and I need to be myself. So um having uh people around, or not having people around in general, but if you do have people around, having people around that are accepting and respectful of your desire or need to um, dress however the hell you feel like that day, and even encourage it. Even like my and Sam's first date, I was dressed like Dorothy. I'm not kidding. I was in a Dorothy mood. And so I was wearing a Dorothy outfit. Yes, Wizard of Oz shoes and all. um my hair was in pigtails. I was wearing a blue dress, and I was wearing sparkly red shoes. So, um, I was just in the mood for it that day. And then he messages and he's like, "Hey, I've got some free time. Would you like to meet up?" And I was like, you might want to let me change first, because I am dressed like the Wizard of Oz." And he's like, "Well, I've got two girls. It's not going to bother me." I'm like, "Are you sure?" Because I get pretty embarrassed when I wear this kind of stuff and people see it, because people judge me. And he's like, "It's not gonna bother me." So he shows up, and um, you know, it was like the perfect date. I could go into detail, but that's not what uh this accommodation is about. What it's about is he fully accepted the fact that I enjoy dressing up in childish ways, and that it's just part of my personality and something that I enjoy, and just part of me. And he actually kind of thinks it's cute. He doesn't in any way think it's weird. He doesn't judge me for it, and he's quite supportive of it. And And I mean, when you have somebody like that that supports you when you feel like you need to nerd out a little bit or do something childish that other people judge you for, and other people make you feel like a child or like there's something wrong with you or it's unacceptable, like, or weird. When somebody is accepting of that part of you and just fully accepts it and fully respects it and even encourages it, that's someone you want to keep in your life, because those people are very rare. I mean, I get a lot more people that are judgmental than I do in my life than I do the good people um, who accept me for who I am, and think that who I am is perfectly fine and perfectly okay, and wants to see more of who I am, see me be who I am all the time. So, um, when you find people like that, hold on to them. And if you don't have anybody in your life that's like that, and you want to dress up however you want to dress up, just do it. And if anybody is around to say anything about it, ignore them. It's your body, it's your clothes. Do you. Do what feels right for you. If it makes you feel good to dress up, or, Disney bound or LARP or whatever, if it makes you feel good about yourself, if it makes you feel like you, if it makes you feel, um, in any way good or positive, then do it, you know? Don't let other people judge you or tell you what is and isn't normal and is and isn't acceptable. If if you enjoy it, it's just a part of you, and it should be accepted as part of you. And you should be accepted as perfectly normal and perfectly acceptable, no matter what someone thinks is weird or not weird. Um, just be you. But anyway, then we are on 82. Amazon membership. That's important. When you can't drive, you need things. Absolutely essential for running my channel also, because most of the stuff I buy for my channel, for my fidget toys and my Autism Barbie uh series that I'm doing right now, everything I buy, well, not everything, but a lot of the things that I buy are from Amazon. Some of it's from Walmart, some of it has started coming from Etsy. I have bought from eBay in the past, but they're really expensive, like ungodly expensive. I mean, Etsy's kind of expensive for used stuff too, but not even close to as bad as eBay. Like, eBay goes into the thousands for used shit that should be probably donated. It's not even worth selling a lot of the time. Most of the time, it should just be donated, and they want thousands for it. Horrible condition stuff, and they want thousands for it. Etsy, it's very similar, but it's not quite as pricey. They'll get up into the hundreds, but they won't go into the thousands. Um, Still a lot of money for something that should be donated, but if someone's willing to buy it, to each their own. And I did just do that last month, this last month. So, I mean, I did make a purchase of used stuff that should have been donated on Etsy this month. It wasn't that much, but still, um, you know, to each their own, right? If you can't find it anywhere else, I would rather go to Etsy than eBay. I'm just saying. The only way I'll go to eBay for something used that should be donated is if I'm so desperate that I can't find it anywhere else and willing to pay that much for it. So, yeah. Um but yeah, having some stuff delivered is very very useful when leaving the house is uncomfortable for you, or even sometimes unsafe for you. Um, so I really like having Amazon membership and having my Walmart membership, because it's essential for me to function. Yeah, Sam brings me to the store, but it's getting harder and harder for him to do it all the time, especially with how bad my house is getting. Um, yes, I do have water now, but now that I have water, cleaning is making everything smell worse than it did before, so it's making it harder on him, because I smell. um, but the only way to get through that is to keep cleaning. Um, there's no miracle cure for that. It's just it's gonna smell until it gets clean enough to the point where it no longer smells. So it's gonna get worse before it gets better, and there's no stopping the worse. There's nothing I can do about it but just keep going and keep cleaning, and that's all I can do. Just keep cleaning and keep getting things fixed. Once I have power working in here properly, I can run some ACs, and the heat doesn't help either, because the heat causes like a dead animal smell, and it's really nasty. Um, and then, cleaning actually refreshes the smell of the nasty that's in my house. So it makes it smell like it just happened, and like not like it's completely fresh and not clean at all. But like I said, the only way through that is just to keep cleaning. You just keep cleaning, and eventually it'll go away. Um, Not completely. I do need to do a lot more work on the house. I need to replace floors. I need to uh, kills and then paint walls. I need to polyurethane. I need to do ceilings. I mean, that's all to get rid of the smell in here. But eventually it'll get clean. Um, but I forgot what the thing was. Oh yeah, my Amazon membership. But yeah, so it's getting harder and harder for him to be around me too much. Um which sucks because I want to be around him always. But um and I mean, it's hard for me to go to the store anyway. Even when he's with me, he makes it easier, but it is hard to leave the house in general because of the autism sensory issues. But um but having things delivered, just it does make it a little bit easier, even though sometimes they can't find my address and I have to sit outside and wait outside. And um yeah, sometimes there's just issues like last time. This last time, a package was dropped off at my door, and then a delivery from the store came, and I was almost here. I was on my way here. I messaged them and I told them I was on my way, and to either leave my stuff there and take the code from me now through text, or to wait for me to get here. They did not wait. They did not take my code. They took everything that was on my porch, including the package that was delivered by someone else. Um, so I actually expected for my food to be delivered when I had scheduled it for, which was the only time that was convenient for me for it to be delivered. Instead, I had to wait all night damn near. Um, for it to finally be delivered. I couldn't feed the cats. I couldn't start laundry. I couldn't start working on cleaning my kitchen or my dishes, or start distilling any water. I couldn't take care of my cats' needs and with making them dinner and filling their kibble and watering them, because I needed to watch my phone every minute until the delivery got here, to make sure it got here and was actually delivered to me. Because sometimes they go to the wrong house, sometimes they'll assume you're not home and just leave, even though you are home. If you are not outside and waiting for them when they get there, or you don't come outside immediately when they get there, they will leave and take your stuff with them. And then you will have to wait all day for them to come back and give you your stuff. So, and it's just a waiting process of just when it's going to be, the order is going to be refilled, and they're not giving you a time. They're just taking all the shit that you just ordered, putting it back, and then getting new shit of all the shit you already ordered that you already paid for. And you're supposed to get a refund for anything they can't find that they put back, but I don't think they refunded me. Doesn't look like they did. um and then you have to wait another several hours uh for them to be done, and then for them to get somebody to grab your stuff, and then you have to wait and watch as they drive to your home to deliver it. And it's just a freaking nightmare. Just deliver it when you're supposed to deliver it. It's just get it done. But yeah, even with delivery, you still have, with shipping and delivery and whatnot, you still have the complications that are very frustrating. But at least you don't have to deal with being in a store full of people, and like, at least you're at home. I mean, if I'm at home, I would like to be able to get my stuff done and have dinner and take care of my house and take care of my pets. But I mean, that would have all been done if they would have followed my instructions and either waited for me or dropped it off and taken my code that I had on me on my phone that I was messaging them from. Like, they could have just dropped it off and taken my code or waited for me. I was like minutes away. Um, but whatever. Um, so having stuff like that where it can be delivered, it makes things so much easier. And then there's 81, wireless internet. Okay, this is a big deal for most people in general, but there's a lot of reasons why I absolutely have to have it. Because one, I am always on my phone messing around looking at things, because one, I have ADHD, two, I'm autistic. So messing with my phone keeps my hands busy, it keeps my mind busy, it keeps me just enough distracted at the end of the night to be able to wind down. um and I also have games on there. So I need to have internet running on my phone 24/7. I also cannot clean without TV either in the background or in front of me. So I have to have internet running my devices at all times so I can clean my house. So and then again, when I'm winding down at night, I need to have my TV running so I can wind down at night. Nothing pisses me off more than when Verizon decides to have a brownout at night, or updating shit at night when I need the TV the most to wind down so I can go to sleep. And then I don't end up going to sleep until 6 a.m. because they fucked with my TV time. So, yeah, internet 100% necessary for me to function, whether it's to be able to go to sleep at night and wind down so I can go to sleep at night, whether it's to keep me busy cleaning or keep my hands busy with my phone. I've got to have internet at all times. So it's very essential. Very, very, very essential. Um, and that's 81. So I'm going to stop there. Um, at that spot, I'm going to stop there. And I will get back to this next month. So I'm going to create me a little line. I don't know why it's doing that. don't know why it's doing that. Why are you doing that? Huh, weird. So I'm going to create me a little line here to mark where I left off. I don't want Z's, I want... Why did you switch out of there? Do what you are told. Do what you're told. So I'm just going to make a little line here to mark where I left off. And we will get back to this list next month. And let's make sure it saves. Autosave. All right. So I will get back to that next month. And we're at number 80. So we've got a few months to go. I think 10 accommodations a month should be good to flesh out the list. It'll take several months to get through, but I think any more than 10 might be too many with how much detail I give you guys about it and why I need that specific accommodation. But yeah, so if nobody has told you today, you are enough, you are needed, you are appreciated, and you are loved. And don't let anybody tell you any different or make you feel any different. And if you're struggling right now, just try your best to look for the good things in every day. There's always something, whether it be grass outside, some sunshine, fresh air, flowers, or, your pets. I've got my kitties, your loved ones, I've got Sam. Anyone you have in your life or anything in your life that makes you happy or brings joy to your life, cling to those little things whenever you're struggling, and if you just keep reminding yourself of those things, it'll help you get through the bad days. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to get through the really, really bad days. And I get that. I have those days too. Everybody does. But at least with the, the positive things, looking for the positive things in your life, and reminding yourself of those things, at least it helps you get through when it can help. All you can do is your best, and please remember there is always sunshine after every storm, and it's always darkest before the dawn. I know I say those things a lot, but it's true. I know my house is falling apart, and I know that I don't have proper power in here. I know my curtains are all black from the heater I've been running all winter. And I know I don't have a way to cool my house right now. I don't have a way to heat my house right now, other than the kerosene heater, which I'm not filling back up for the rest of this part of the year. If I have to fill it up in late fall, then I'll do it then. But hopefully by then my wiring is fixed. So because if my wiring's not fixed by then, I'm not sure I'll survive summer in this house without ending up in the ER. So yeah, my wiring needs to get fixed, and my handyman Bob has kind of been a little bit giving me the runaround about coming back to fix shit. He never actually finished what he did start. He fixed my faucet by putting in my kitchen by putting in a new faucet, and he just had to finish installing one small part on there to have it be done, but he didn't do it, so it moves. My faucet, the whole faucet moves. And it's not supposed to. I don't mean the neck, I mean the faucet moves and it's not supposed to. So he didn't finish that, and it's been several weeks now since I've since he's been here. Since he said he was going to come back the next day and do it. And then and it never happened. He never came back to do it. And also there is a drip in my bathroom wall that he just fixed the plumbing for, but the drip is still there. He was supposed to come back the same day for as the faucet to fix that, and he never came. Like I said, he never came back. Um so that didn't get fixed, and I've been pretty patiently and understandingly, trying to get him to come back to fix the wiring. It has been so hard to get a hold of him. I talked to him last week, and last week he told me his entire schedule was booked for the whole week and to let him look at the schedule for this week. Well, now it's Saturday of this week. And I messaged him yesterday. Um, Not only did he not get back to me yesterday, even though he was supposed to get back to me on Monday about his schedule, and never heard from him. He didn't even get back. He didn't even read my message that I sent him yesterday, which is like a whole 5 days later than he was supposed to contact me to set up a day to get it done. So uh, I mean, understandably, I'm frustrated. I know he's got other jobs. I know he has other work. Um, and I get that, but at least contact me and let me know what's going on. So I know whether or not I need to look for somebody else to hire to try to get in to do it. Cause it needs to get done, like, immediately. And I was gonna hire this guy to be my permanent handyman, but he's, with how hard it is to get a hold of him to get one thing done or one thing even finished, it's getting ridiculous. It should not be this hard to get a hold of someone, to pay them to fix things for you. It should not take literally 2 weeks to get a hold of them to set up an appointment that they still haven't gotten back to me to set up with me for. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, like I said, I get it when it comes to time and other jobs, but at least contact me and let me know what's going on. So I'm not spending an entire week waiting on you when I was told I was supposed to hear from you first thing that week. Spend that whole week waiting on you to hear back from you and nothing. Message you about it. Don't even read it. And then he did finally read it today, but still never messaged me back. Still nothing back. So I'm getting very frustrated. Like I said, I have no way to keep myself cool once it starts getting to summer temperatures in here. And I could die from that. My cats could die from that. And I mean, I don't I don't understand why it's so hard to just message somebody back and be like, "Hey, um, let's set up this day." And actually show up. Cuz for the water, he missed one appointment entirely, came and looked around the perimeter of my house and inside of my house for the second appointment, and then didn't get anything actually fixed until the third appointment. So, and giving me run around about contacting me back to get the wiring actually started. And never even finished the plumbing job. I don't understand how somebody can you know treat their customers like that and expect them to still have customers. The only reason I wouldn't completely fire him and not just do it all myself is because I don't know how to do plumbing and wiring sufficiently enough myself in order to trust myself to do it on my own. But at this point, with how neglectful he's being with my time and my patience, um, I feel like anything that I do know how to do, he's not going to be getting paid for at this point. I'm just going to buy the supplies and do it myself. So, I mean, I was legit going to, me and Sam were legit going to pay him to do everything just so we wouldn't have to deal with it because we both have autoimmunes and we just didn't want to deal with it. We wanted it to just get done. And months after hiring him, we still don't have the plumbing finished and he's not even starting on the wiring, and that needs to be done already. It's already getting to the summer temperatures. It should already be done. And we've already told him several times, get it done immediately, get it done immediately, get it done immediately. And he ignored me for weeks saying that before actually getting back to me saying, my week is full. Let me look at next week's schedule, and then still never got back to me about it. I mean, how do you expect to keep customers when this is how you treat your customers? When you're not getting back to them about shit and you're not getting any of the stuff that you're being hired for actually done. He's like, the only reason I showed up to get the water done today is to show you that I'm legit and it's going to get done. Well, um, you had to at that point or lose the job because you gave me the runaround for 3 weeks setting up the appointment and then missed the first appointment completely, not saying a word to me about it, and then did a perimeter check of my house and the outside of my house and then left and didn't do anything, and then didn't finish the job that you actually did do. After you got paid for it, you never even finished it, and now you're giving me the runaround about finishing that job and then starting the next one. I mean, trying to prove you're reliable by showing up and doing the job that you should have already had done to begin with, and then proving you're still not reliable by not getting back to me to finish the job you were paid for and not starting the job you were hired for. That's not proving to me that you're reliable at all. No, I mean, just get it done. You're not going to get paid for it until you get it done. Right? Right? He's not going to get paid for it until he gets it done. Um, um, and next time he decides to go to the store to pick up something that is being installed into my house where you can actually see it, he's bringing me with him. Because, I mean, that's just, you don't just take off and be like, I'm going to buy you a new faucet and you're going to pay me for that faucet. And you don't do that. You bring the customer with you so they can pick out the faucet. Yeah, because that's how it works. They're paying you to do a job on their house. What goes into it is not up to you, it's up to them. But yeah, so I'm super frustrated with this handyman. I just want it to get done and get done now. And I mean, if if he gets it done and gets it done fast and gets it done right, and doesn't try to pull shit with trying to add shit to it that doesn't need done like he tried to pull with me before, and was making up things that have nothing to do with construction whatsoever. Yeah. Apparently he must think I'm stupid because he like entirely was trying to tell me what needed fixed and what didn't need fixed. And I think I might actually have more experience with construction than he does, because a lot of the things he was saying was either he was trying to just get paid for more shit, or he doesn't know what he's doing. but but yeah, so I'm super 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 frustrated. I just want it done. um I'm getting pretty overwhelmed with the fact that it's not done yet and should have been already done. And it's now getting warm out to the point where I'm going to need it to be done, or I'm going to end up in the ER. I mean, you know, I'm sorry about the rant, but I mean, I can't take it anymore. I've been dealing with this house falling apart for 2 years now. I almost died last year, and I had more working power then than I do now. I actually had fans I could use. And I still almost died from like heat stroke multiple times last year. Um, and now I have even less working power, and the person that's supposed to fix it is giving me the runaround. Like, Sam's getting to the point where he's like, his mom's about ready to just spend it all at the casino and like not pay for it, and he's about ready to just be done with it and not pay for it because he's giving me the runaround. If he had just gotten it done and not given me the runaround about it, he'd already be paid for it, and he'd be on to the next job that I could have done myself, but he'd be getting paid for. Yeah. I mean, it should not be this hard to get a hold of someone to set an appointment to get the work done that you hired them for. It should not take months to get it even started. Like, come on. Yeah, he must not need the money that badly to keep pulling this shit, thinking that after the wiring's done we're gonna keep putting up with it. Nope. Do it ourselves, and then hire him for only things that I can't do myself, which honestly there isn't much I don't know how to do when it comes to construction. My stepdad was the top installer for Answer Heating and Cooling. He now owns Airworks. My stepdad before that was a handyman. My grandpa was a contractor. Um, and when my stepdad built onto our house and remodeled, he didn't really hire really anybody to do any of the work, except for the things that he didn't know how to do himself that he couldn't really teach. But for the extended work to just help him get it done faster, as his team of workers, he just taught us how to do all the stuff that needed done. So I mean, there isn't much I don't know how to do. Um, so aside from the wiring, I actually don't need him, but I was still going to give him the work. But now that he's giving me the runaround about it, I don't feel like giving him the work when he's being so sketchy about getting done the few things I actually need him for. Um, I don't feel comfortable having to chase him down to do something that I can just and pay him money I don't have, that I can't afford to pay. Um, I mean, Sam's mom has it, but still. Um, like, it would save us so much money to just buy the supplies and do it ourselves. Why pay him a fee to do what I can do myself if he's gonna make me chase him down to get him to do it? I'm not going to. I'm not going to put myself through the stress and the panic attacks and the loss of my hair and the vomiting, not being able to hold down food, and the strokes, the mini strokes, and the mini seizures. I'm not putting myself through that to pay someone to do jobs that he clearly doesn't want. Just get the wiring done and do the rest myself. Because, I mean, I'm not going to put myself through all that, make myself sick, put myself in actual physical health danger because he doesn't want to get back to me to do the jobs that he was hired for. Like, again, I'm sorry for the rant, but I just needed to get it out because I'm just frustrated about it and it just needs done. And I'm just sick of waiting. It just needs to get done. I'm frustrated. So, again, thank you for watching. I hope you have an absolutely beautiful and blessed day. And please like, share, and subscribe. And hopefully, by the time I do this next video for my accommodations, or even my next video for my fidget toy hauls and my autism Barbie video, hopefully by then it'll at least be started. And at this point, I am not paying him a single dime until everything that he's supposed to do with the wiring is 100% finished. So, because, like I said, the pipes aren't completely finished. He was supposed to come back and finish them and never did, and is now giving me the runaround. So, yeah, not feeling very confident in his desire for work. And I know he overcharged us too, $200 for what little he did. Yeah, that's a $50 job for a handyman. Yeah, even that's even too much. Even if you were to hire a plumber for what little he did would still not even cost $200. Maybe 100 something, but not $200. And he's like, "That's the cheapest deal I can give you." That's a load of shit. And the only reason I paid it was because I was desperate. I needed my water fixed. I needed it immediately. And I need my wiring fixed. And I need it immediately. The only reason I put up with the drama and the runaround to begin with, and then paid the exorbitant fee that was way overcharged, is because I was desperate. So, I mean, a $50 job that never even got finished, that was overpaid, and still giving me the runaround. Really, really not sure that I want to hire him to do the things I can do myself. Yeah. So, anyway, again, I'm sorry for the rant. I'm just very frustrated about it, and it needs to get done. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed most of the video, and except for the end rant where my handyman isn't doing his job. But yeah. Yeah. Building plans. Trying to move the bedroom door into the bathroom so I can't put my bed in my bedroom. Yeah. How about not? How about my building plans stayed the same way they were, where there was a hallway and the bathroom door and the bedroom door had their own spots in the hallway where the doors belong, so you can access both and not have to like lock your bedroom door when people come in your house to pee, or have to put furniture through your bathroom. Any contractor knows that you don't put a bedroom door inside of a bathroom. Common sense, they know better. They also know that if you're removing windows completely to put in bookshelves where the windows are, you don't replace the windows. You take them out and replace them with siding and boarding and insulation, and then more boarding, and then drywall. There's a process, and it's not new windows. It costs less, and it's a little bit more work, but it costs less, and it actually looks right. You don't see freaking shelves through your windows and see outside through your shelves. Like, oh, like I said, clearly he must not know what he's talking about, because you would, when you're putting built-in bookshelves in where there were windows, it's common sense you're not replacing the windows. And it's common sense you don't put a bedroom door inside of a bathroom. Obviously, I know what I'm doing better, more than he does. Maybe he should hire me. Maybe I should charge him for all the runaround he's given me. I mean, I'm not going to, but I kind of feel like I should, because this is ridiculous. Nobody should have to deal with this kind of runaround to get their shit fixed. But when I'm paying for it. but but yeah. I mean, I'm not going to charge him for the runaround and the no-shows, but man, it's tempting. It is tempting. Um but yeah. Um yeah, he's not going to get a whole lot more work from me after the wiring is done, if any, cuz this is just ridiculous. Nobody should have to be put through this just to get their shit fixed. But anyway, I'm gonna shut off now, so I can shut up now, because I'm just ranting in circles now. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.